All right, what's good YouTube? It's Shin, and today I'm coming to you from the M Resort and Casino where a new brunch buffet is open on Sundays. Now here at Anthony's Steakhouse, a new brunch buffet including tons of premiums just opened. I'm super excited to check it out. Let's head on inside. All right, everyone, so here we are seated at Anthony's Steakhouse for their Sunday brunch buffet. I love the vibe in here. Now we are seated at the M Resort's top tier dining option, so it's incredibly classy in here, upscale and posh. And typically the restaurant is only open for dinner service. However, their Sunday brunch allows you to get the natural light into the space. It's gorgeous in here. I really like it. Now the Sunday brunch is available from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. and runs $99 a person. That is currently the most expensive buffet here in Las Vegas, but for good reason. You're in an elegant dining space and offered ultra luxury items. Now the buzz is definitely getting around. Reservations are booked through the entire summer and you're unable to get a walk-in here. So as soon as you're able to see a reservation, I'd snag it immediately. Now let's go ahead and take a look at what they've got to eat. All right, everyone, let me go and give you a tour of the buffet here. Starting off, we've got a bagel tree next to this toaster, along with your butters and jams here. All the things you need to make some lox bagels. You got your salmon, your capers, your butters, cream cheese, and your red onions down here. Here are your assorted danishes as well as croissants. All look very good. And then we have a fresh fruit bowl here. And then berry and yogurt parfaits. That looks very good. And that brings you to their seafood spread. We've got shrimp, crab, excuse me. And you can see here all of that. Very good. And they've got a sushi section here as well. These look fantastic for a buffet. Look at this. Got nigiri as well as cut rolls. Your wasabi and ginger here, along with soy sauce and ponzu sauce. And then here we have the cold display. You've got your imported cheeses as well as your cured meats. And then your fresh fruit display here. We've got watermelon as well as this looks like some cantaloupe here. Some pineapple, additional cantaloupe. We have deviled eggs, a grilled vegetable platter, a caprese salad, a pasta salad over here, and a nice spring mix salad here. And all of your salad toppings. We've got ham, tomatoes, olives, cucumbers, cheese, and eggs. Looks great. Several dressings here. We've got ranch, blue cheese, and what looks like a honey mustard vinaigrette. Got some assorted crackers, along with some dinner rolls. And that is the first leg of the buffet. Let's take a look at the rest. All right, here we have the omelet station. Looks great. Plenty of options here. Fruits. Looks like some warm maple syrup here. Let's give you a look. Very nice. All right, and then we've got some beautiful French toast here. That looks fantastic. Got bacon and sausage here. Very nice. I actually really like these dispenser things. Little food holders. Eggs Benedict. That looks good. And then some roasted fingerling potatoes. Yeah, that looks great. And that's all the breakfast buffet items. Let's wrap you around to the next section of all the hot stations. Let's take a look. Got cauliflower au gratin over here, as well as some asparagus. This is gnocchi pomodoro. Looks very good. Let's take a look at this butternut squash. Very nice. And the line continues. I'll be back after I can get access to this area. All right, and the tour continues. Here we have really good looking sausage country gravy. And that is next to some country fried steak here. Yeah, that looks great. Got the mushrooms in the center. Grilled airline chicken. Oh, that looks fantastic. Love that. And then we have some salmon over here. Yep, looks great. And then kind of the star of the show. Here's all of those unlimited lobster tails. Looks fantastic. Here we have some clam chowder. Oh, that looks really thick and delicious. And we have some lobster bisque as well. Yeah, it looks good. And here is the carvery, everybody. Starting off, you've got your lamb here. Roasted lamb looks very good. With a port mint reduction that you can use for that lamb. You have your prime rib here. Some horseradish down there, very nice. And then you've got that beef Wellington over here, you guys. Very nice. And certainly that brings us to the desserts. Nice little M slot display here. We've got some banana bread pudding next to a creme anglaise. And then here are some additional desserts. What do we got? Something chocolate looking, something that looks like maybe a key lime pie, I'm not sure. This looks like a pineapple cake and a fruit tart. Something that looks like maybe a tiramisu or chocolate mousse cup. Yep, that looks pretty good. And then here's a fresh display of all that. Oh, you know what? They actually have a list here. That would have made it really easy to call it out. All right, so what do we got? Chocolate dome cakes. We have cheesecakes here. Carrot cakes, opera cakes, fruit tarts. I mean, I actually have no idea which one's which, but they all look really good. All of these assorted tarts and cakes here. Again, you can take a quick look at that list. But yeah, nice, beautiful display here of desserts. And I believe that is the whole buffet. The carving station, the hot breakfast station, and then the hot station down here. All right, I'm gonna go and put this down and grab my first plate. All right, everyone, so I'm back with my first plate. And with my first plate, I went with a lot of breakfast items. Now here on the plate, I've got some chicken fried steak along with some eggs Benedict, bacon, and French toast. They had a really good looking cauliflower side that I wanted to try. And then their airline chicken. This is all looking really good. Let's go and give it all a taste. Now the first thing I'm gonna try today is a piece of their bacon. Now it's definitely cooked all the way through, a little bit flimsy. I'm definitely part of Team Crispy Bacon, but let's go and give it a taste. Yep, that's good breakfast bacon. Good salty flavors here, the fat's been perfectly rendered. Now again, I typically prefer my bacon a little crispier, but this is solid breakfast bacon here. All right, next up, let's go and try the chicken fried steak. Now this is a really chunky looking beef steak here. Looks very lightly breaded. Let's go and give it a try. Yeah, that's a really good chicken fried steak. The beef inside is nice and tender. And unlike a lot of chicken fried steaks that have been pounded really, really thin to allow for quicker cooking, there's a really nice, thick, beefy quality about this one. Now, I do like how the batter is very light but nicely seasoned. But it's really the country gravy here that provides such an excellent depth of flavor. It's creamy and thick, but it also has a nice meaty quality with all that ground up sausage in there. And it's got a nice rich flavor. Yeah, I really like the chicken fried steak here. All right, next up, let's go and try the cauliflower side. Now, I believe these are actually cauliflowers au gratin. Got a nice little crumble on top. Let's go and give it a taste. That's very tasty. I actually really like the crumbles on top. It gives a great texture and a little bit of bite. Now the cauliflower themselves unfortunately have a bit of a mushy texture to it. I think it's been sitting in that buffet line for a while, but the flavors here are very good. Nice saltiness from the cheese, and the cauliflower itself has that nice earthy flavor. I hope the next time I try these that they're fresh so I can get a little more texture in that cauliflower. All right, let's try something sweet. We're gonna try the French toast next. Looks like a pretty classic French toast to me. Let's go ahead and give it a try. Yeah, that's actually very good French toast. There's actually a nice candy layer on the top, so it's giving a really great sweetness. The brioche bun has been dipped in that egg wash, giving it a little bit of body, but it's really the perfect amount of cinnamon, sugar, and vanilla. And the syrup is obviously adding a nice maple quality. I've got no complaints. This is really good French toast. All right, everyone, and next up, let's go and try the airline chicken. Now, I gotta be honest with you, I actually don't know what airline chicken is supposed to be, but I'm loving the pepper and herbs on top. This looks fantastic. Let's go and give it a taste. Oh man, that is really good. The chicken is nice and juicy, no dry chicken here. There's a really great flavor of thyme on this chicken and a little bit of citrus that's coming through from some lemon as well. The seasoning is simple but generous. It's a very tasty chicken dish. I actually really like this. All right, everyone, and the last thing to try on my first plate is gonna be the Eggs Benedict. Yeah, great looking Eggs Benedict here. Now the yolk isn't gonna be runny, but you know that's gonna be the case at most buffets, but otherwise it looks really solid. Let's go ahead and give it a try. Oh yeah, that's very tasty. The English muffin is nice and toasted. It's actually been able to retain a fair amount of its crunchiness. The egg has been well poached. Again, you don't have that runny egg, but that's gonna be the case at most buffets. But the interesting element here is the sweetness that's coming from the honey glazed ham. There's actually a fair amount of that sweet flavor that's coming through from the glaze of this ham, and it actually does make for a nice flavor. If I would have gotten these when they first came out and that egg yolk was runny, ooh, this would have been fantastic. All right, everyone, I'm gonna go ahead and continue working on my first plate, and then we'll go for plate number 2, and I'll see you in a little bit when I come back with that. All right, everyone, so here I am with my second plate. With my second plate, I went for all of the money items. You can see here I've gotten the plate, their prime rib of beef, along with their beef Wellington. I've literally never seen beef Wellington at a buffet before. I went ahead and got some asparagus as well, and then of course their main feature, 2 giant lobster tails. I can't believe I'm eating a plate like this at a buffet. It looks fantastic. Let's go and give it all a try. Alrighty, and the first thing I'm gonna go in and try from this plate is gonna be a bite of the prime rib. Nice mid-rare piece here, fork tender. Let's go in and give it a try. Oh, that is fantastic prime rib. It's super tender and really, really juicy. The salt crust actually has a fantastic flavor as well, and this is actually from a really high quality cut. Now, being that this is Anthony's Prime Steakhouse, I think you can trust that they're gonna be able to put out a quality piece of protein. Here's testament to that, this prime rib is fantastic. All right, everyone, next up, let's go and try the beef Wellington. Now, this is definitely new. I don't think I've tried beef Wellington in a buffet before, but again, seeing as how we're dining in a steakhouse, I trust that they know how to pop out one of these bad boys. Let's go and give it a try. You know what? Yes, that is a very good beef Wellington. Now, the pastry crust has a really great buttery flavor. Unfortunately, though, it is a little bit soaked through, so not a great texture. The mushroom duxelle here is actually really good. Really good, earthy, deep flavors. And I'll also say that the loin is quite good. Unfortunately, a tad dry from being out in the buffet line for a while. Now, I gotta tell you guys, if you were to get this beef Wellington right when it came out into the line, I think it would be amazing. In fact, I might do a little bit of camping in that carvery area just to see if one pops out anytime soon. All right, so far so good. Let's go and try a bit of this asparagus side. It looks like a pretty solid asparagus side to me. Let's go and give it a taste. Yeah, no complaints on that asparagus. Cooked absolutely perfectly. They have a really nice chew to them. Good char marks on the outside, a little bit of a citrus flavor coming from lemon as well. Yeah, actually, once you cook them all the way through and give them a light seasoning, asparagus does very well, especially with a plate like this, and it's definitely playing its part. I like this a lot. All right, everyone, and the last thing to try on this plate is gonna be one of my twin lobster tails. Hey, it feels good on my fork, and I haven't had lobster in a while, so I'm really looking forward to this. Let's go and give it a taste. Oh yeah, that's good lobster tail. You know, it's really fantastic when something tastes as good as it looks, and the lobster tails here definitely don't disappoint. It's the star item, they're refreshing it constantly, so you know you're gonna get a pretty fresh order when it comes out. The meat is nice and tender, it also has its great natural sweetness, and they've already laden everything with butter, so it's got a nice rich flavor. I mean, what else can you say about all you can eat lobster tails? It's fantastic, I'm so happy I'm here. All right, everybody, so I gotta tell you, I cannot believe that this is a plate of buffet food that I'm eating right now. Usually you would reserve items like this for some kind of high-end luxury dining experience. The fact that I'm gonna be able to keep going back for more and more of this is insane. I'm gonna go ahead and continue working on this, and then we'll go for a third plate. I'll see you in a little bit when I return with that. All right, everyone, so I'm back with my third plate. And with my third plate, I went a little bit lighter because that last plate definitely filled me up. So I went in on a couple of items I haven't tried so far, gnocchi pomodoro, as well as the butternut squash ravioli. I got their salmon dish, as well as a couple of nigiri here. I wanted to go and see how their fish quality was for sushi. All of this is looking pretty good. Let's go and give it a taste. All right, first up, let's go and try the gnocchi pomodoro. The sauce definitely has that nice red color to it, and the gnocchi themselves feel pretty soft. Let's go and give this a try. All right, you know, I'd say those were just okay. It was interesting. I actually had one gnocchi that was nice and pillowy and another one that was almost straight mush. So it definitely depends heavily on when you get to these on the buffet line. The pomodoro sauce itself definitely leans toward the sweet side. And typically when it comes to any tomato-based sauce, I prefer it cooked down a little bit more to reduce a lot of that sweetness. That said, it is seasoned well and it is very flavorful. I'd say so far of all the items I've tried today, this is probably the one that I'd want to make sure I got as fresh as possible. All right, next up, let's try the butternut squash risotto. Now these look pretty good to me. It looks something along the lines of a vodka sauce. It's got that color on the outside. And I'm definitely a big fan of ravioli. Let's go and give this one a taste. You know, yeah, that's pretty good. The raviolis have actually been very well sealed, so the innards have retained a lot of their consistency. Perfectly cooked al dente ravioli pasta is something I'm always impressed by. Now the butternut squash filling definitely leans a lot sweeter than I was expecting. There's a lot of sugar, or what actually may be brown sugar in that ricotta filling, and it is definitively the dominant flavor profile. I was expecting something a little more savory, but this way leans towards sweet. It's not bad, just not what I was expecting. I did enjoy it though. Alrighty, next up, let's go ahead and try the salmon. It is nice and flaky looking and doesn't look dried out by any means. Let's go ahead and give it a try. Yeah, I have no real complaints about that salmon. It's been cooked well, it's still very moist. The seasoning here is definitely simple. In comparison to everything else that I had today, which was super luxurious, the salmon, while actually very well prepared, feels relatively average. I don't know if I get that again. All right, and the last thing I'm gonna go ahead and try today is some of their nigiri. I've got tuna over here. It feels pretty good in my hands. Let's go and give it a taste. Yes, that's actually very passable sushi. The tuna fish was actually very well prepared. A lot of the moisture has been pulled out, resulting in a very nice deep tuna flavor. But what I really enjoy here is that the tuna rice itself is actually very good. It's got a good sticky quality to it. It's not overcooked by any means, retains its shape and its texture. Sushi is definitely the blend of good sushi rice and good sushi fish. I'm really surprised they did a good job here. All right, everybody, so I'm definitely feeling pretty full, so I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up, check out the dessert section, and I'll be back with some sweets. All right, everyone, so I am back with my desserts, and I've got 3 simple choices here today. Take a look. I got their berry and yogurt parfait, along with some bread pudding with some anglaise, as well as what I believe to be a key lime pie. It all looks really good. Let's give it a taste. All right, first up, we're gonna go ahead and try the bread pudding. Now this is topped with a creme anglaise sauce. And if you're a longtime viewer of the channel, you know I love my bread pudding. Let's hope the one here at the M Resort is good, and give it a try. Yeah, that was pretty tasty. It's actually a very nice banana flavor here, and the vanilla is pronounced as well. Unfortunately, I did get toward the tail end of the bread pudding, and the consistency is complete mush. nice flavors, but it does kind of feel like I'm eating baby food. Hopefully I can get this again when it's fresh. All right, and next up, let's go and try what I believe is a key lime pie. It's got a little bit of a light green lime-shaped wedge on top. Let's give it a taste. Yeah, I couldn't have been more wrong. That was carrot cake. Very good carrot cake here though. The cake itself is nice and moist and really airy. Cream cheese frosting provides a good sweetness. And I guess what was supposed to be the little green leaf on top, I can't say I can distinguish a flavor off of it, but it's kind of fun that it's there. All right, last but not least, let's go ahead and try their berry and yogurt parfait. Definitely some fruity flavors and something refreshing is how I want to end this meal. This is perfect. Let's go ahead and give it a try. Yep, that's very nice. The yogurt is nice and smooth and creamy and a great vanilla flavor. The raspberry that I had in my bite provided a nice sweetness, and the granola on top provided a nice nutty flavor as well as some texture. That's a solid berry yogurt parfait right there. All right, everybody, and that does it for my meal here at the Anthony Steakhouse Sunday Brunch. Now, the price tag does come out to $99 a person, which is pretty high. However, with all of the premium items that they have on the buffet line, I'd actually say that the price is well warranted. Now, everybody, keep in mind, though the brunch buffet just opened this month, they've already been booked completely through the entire summer, which is really highlighting how much hype there is around this buffet. Now, here's a thought I have for everybody. While I really enjoyed all of the food here, I do have to knock them down for a bit of the service. Now, I don't know if this is just because they're usually a steakhouse open at night and their daytime operations are still a little bit hazy, but I was here for roughly 2 hours. I got my first soda after about half an hour sitting here, and I never got a refill since, even asking 4 different people 5 separate times. That's something they've definitely got to work on here. Now, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends. I would love for more people to see it. And if you enjoy content like this from Las Vegas, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. I've got a lot of great stuff coming your way. And that's all for this one. Have a great day, and I hope you enjoy Vegas with me, Shin. Bye.